Hi, I'm Randy Schwantz. Have you ever wondered how to build a huge book of business, make a lot of money selling commercial insurance, and end up financially free? Well, why else would you get into a sales job if that kind of wasn't your outcome, is to do really well, make a lot of money, and at the end of the road, when it's all over, have this financial freedom where you can live out the rest of eternity with actually zero stress from a financial perspective. So everybody I've seen that is successful has really capitalized and mastered these four pillars right here. Number one, motivated. Number two, confident. Number three, organized. And number four, with a plan. Because see, here's how it is. Motivated people who are motivated, confident, organized with a plan always outperform people who lack motivation, lack confidence, are poorly organized, and have a weak plan. So what I want to do is break down for you in this event coming up, what I call the path to $1 million producer. And there's 7 big steps on this path that I'm going to be taking you through that really tie you back into each one of those pillars: motivation, confidence. So let's just get into it. Here's what's going to come up. Motivated, something you want. And see, why this is so important is because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be resistance. There's always going to be headwind. And when you're really clear on what you want, why you want it, that becomes predictable and you push on through and you get it. When that's not the case, then instead of pushing through, you might kind of quit, hold back, that sort of deal. So we're going to focus on motivation. What's in this for you? Your reasons, your purpose to go be a big-time $1 million producer. And I promise you, it's going to get good. It's going to get really good. Number two, confident. Confident is just a feeling. It's driven by 2 things: knowledge and skill. And see, when you've got the knowledge for how something works, be it football, be it golf, be it selling, and you've got the skill to pull off the play, then you feel confident. The opposite of confidence is kind of fear or anxiety. And what drives fear and anxiety? Well, when you lack knowledge and you lack skills, you know that. And so you feel fearful or anxious and that sort of deal. So confidence is not something that mystical. Confidence is something that once you really get clear on it, you can go build. And so I'm going to help you do that. And so 2 areas, as you see up here on the screen, something buyers want. When you know what buyers want, and I'm going to take you through a whole process to get you really clear on what buyers want. I want to do it from a buyer's perspective and get out a lot of the traditional mindset and brainwashing we've gone through. You get clear on what buyers want, confidence goes up. Number 2, help buyers buy. When you've got the skill, because you understand how buyers think, how they work, what they want, and you've got the ability to lead them through a set of questions, lead them to that discovery, lead them to what they want, lead them to telling the other guy it's over and hiring you, then you're going to have an amazing amount of confidence. And so that's where I'm going to take you on that. Next, organize. See, when you get really good at the skills and the knowledge, you become very effective. You become very effective. You know how to get it done. But if you're grossly inefficient because you got crap everywhere, you got a problem. So we're going to talk about getting organized. What's interesting is I did a calculation the other day. As a producer, if you've got 80 to 100 accounts and maybe 200 opportunities called prospect, then you're managing a little over 4,100 pieces of data between buyers, emails, phone numbers, renewal dates, revenue, name of the company, addresses, a lot of data. And if you haven't organized that for efficiency, then you're going to waste a lot of time. And see, for you to be highly effective, you got to be great at prospecting, selling, and retaining, and you got to get there fast. And the faster you can make that happen, then the more money you're going to make. So we're going to work on organize. And then after that, we're going to talk through a plan. And I'm going to break that down into 2 sections. Number 1, you be in your own personal performance coach because you've identified what I think of as your top 5 KPI. Those key performance indexes that when you can nail them, you can measure them, you can keep track, you can also diagnose what is going wrong. And so we're going to work it through the top 5 KPIs. So you can be your own personal performance coach. You don't have to depend on somebody else to do that. Number two, I'm going to work with you on being your own financial success coach. If you look at this little graph here, what it really represents is a timeline of over 30 years. And in a typical 30-year career, you got about 7,500 days. Can you imagine stacking one day on top of another good day, on top of another good day? Boop, 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 boop. And see what happens if you look at this little trajectory here. If you don't take responsibility for your financial freedom, then you could end up 20 and 30 years from now with not a lot. Flip side of it, if you get real clarity about that, and you really start to, on an annual basis, maybe even a quarterly basis, maybe on a monthly basis, really start to track the progress you're making toward financial freedom, I'm going to help you with that, then your chances of getting there become extraordinarily high. And this becomes a phenomenal business. So we're going to be working through the path to $1 Million Producer, these 7 steps to help you become motivated, confident, organized, and have a plan to get there. I look forward to going through this journey with you.